Here your boy Duncan Anders again, here to give you the East bracket, break it down to you, aka Mr. Holy Dirt, aka Team Holy Dirt, aka the Black Bracketologist. I stay Holy Dirt down to the socks. You know what I mean? You think I'm bull crapping? Look, check that out. I keep my Holy Dirts on all the way down to the slippers. So anyway, I don't be fronting. I'm like Diddy with mine. I'm a local Diddy. You know, y'all ain't gotta support me. I support myself. Holy Dirt till I die. Shout out to Team Holy Dirt and everybody over there that makes everything happen. Anyway, we're gonna go to the East, and we're gonna go with the 1-6 matchup. 1-16 matchup. Syracuse and NC Asheville. Yo, Fat Mello, dog, you killing me. I said in the middle of the season tells you who's the best team in the NCAA. Fat Mello, you are killing me. But anyway, Syracuse will beat the first round against NC Asheville, North Carolina Asheville. Syracuse will beat the first round and move on to the second round. Kansas State and Southern Mississippi, they are actually getting ready to start playing in a few minutes. I got Southern Mississippi beating Kansas State in the first round and moving on to the next round. Vanderbilt and Harvard. Harvard have a kid on their team, small forward on their team. White kid is good, man. He's an NBA prospect. If I was a GM, I'd be looking at him. But I got Vanderbilt beating Harvard and moving on to the next round. Wisconsin and Montana Bears. Yo, good job for getting there. Wisconsin's going to be a little bit too much for y'all. Wisconsin moves on to the next round. Jordan Taylor, heck of a point guard. Going to be a great point guard in the NBA. Cincinnati and Texas, the 6-11 matchup. I got Cincinnati beating Texas. Texas just don't have the fire in them this year. Next year, Texas is going to be a good team, but they don't have the fire in them this year to make it past the first round. I got Cincinnati beating them and moving on to the next round. They're too physical down bottom, and you know Cincinnati like to fight. You know what I mean? Xavier, get out of here, Xavier. We like to fight. So anyway, but I like teams like that because they mean they got a lot of fight in them. And in the Big East, that's what you need. Anyway, moving on, Florida State and St. Barney's. Florida State, man, beat Duke this year, beat North Carolina this year, but lose to everybody else. But anyway, they beat Duke and North Carolina twice this year. It's not a front. They're a legit team. Florida State moves on past St. Barney's, but it's going to be a good game. St. Barney's ain't no slouch. Gonzaga and West Virginia. I don't even know what West Virginia is doing in the NCAA tournament, so I don't even believe in them, but they might take advantage of it. But I got Gonzaga beating them in the first round. John Paxson's son is the point guard of Gonzaga. Watch him play, real talented, and you see why superstars need to start breeding more. They make better kids, entertainers later on in life. Ohio State and Loyola, hometown team Loyola of Maryland. Right there off of Charles Street and everything, Charles Street and Cold Spring or whatever, not too far from her. I love Loyola, man. They done been a big turnaround. If you watch their coach, he's very funny when he coach. Man, he's more dramatic than me when he coach. He's having a fit over there while he coaching. But anyway, Ohio State beats Loyola by a landslide and moves on to the next round. Ohio State just going to be too big down bottom for Loyola. Back to the top, Syracuse and Southern Miss. I got Syracuse beating Southern Miss without Fat Mello, I must add. Without Fat Mello, because you know why? Scoop Jardine, baby. Scoop Jardine and Waiters and Joseph. That's a great team. I think they're going to beat without Fat Mello this year. Vanderbilt and Wisconsin. It's going to be a good game, but I think Wisconsin got a lot of firepower. Remember, Wisconsin was one of them teams that punched Kentucky in the face this year, and they would have beat them that time at home too. And Kentucky pulled it out with like the last 2 minutes. It was a good game all the way down the last 2 minutes, and I think Gilchrist made a move or whatever that opened the game up, and and Vanderbilt couldn't recover from there. But they didn't beat them by that much. It was only by like 5 points. So Vanderbilt is a real strong team. Vanderbilt is going to do some damage in this tournament, and look for them to beat Wisconsin in that second round. Cincinnati and Florida State. I got Florida State beating Cincinnati. Cincinnati can beat people up, but they won't be able to beat up this ACC team that beat Duke and North Carolina twice this year. Again, twice this year. Like Florida State, moving on to the next round. Gonzaga and Ohio State. Gonzaga is good. Ohio State got the kid, I think his name Bradford, whatever. 44, he shoots. He's a shooter. You got Sullivan down bottom. Glad he came back for another year because he wasn't ready for the NBA. And I don't even really think he's ready this year. I think he needs to stay for 4 years and everything at Ohio State. This is just going to be a bad class to come out. You got a lot of talent coming out this year in the NBA draft. So, but I got Ohio State moving on to the next round against Gonzaga. Back to the top again. Now I'm in the Sweet 16. Syracuse, Vanderbilt. I got Syracuse moving on without Fab Melo, people. Scoop Jardine and the crew. Waiters in the crew. Waiters do the same dunk on every fast break. He just cock it back, you know, and he do the same dunk every break this year. He did the same. Gave you nothing different. No two hand. Same dunk every time. Down the middle, hand cock back. He gonna bang it on a fast break. So Syracuse moves on past Vanderbilt. Got Florida State and Ohio State. I'm taking Florida State. Excuse me, no. I'm taking Ohio State over Florida State. Florida State finally loses. Their run is cut short. So I'll come back to you in the next episode to tell you who will be my Final Four. Holla.